So it made kind of quick work of waxing it. A good light duty polisher. As you can see, it was going promising tell, but it sounds like it's kind of starting to struggle. Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage. This is going to be another video on the 1970 Torino. But it's also going to be a product review video, guys. I had picked up this little Avhrit buffer polisher slash orbital waxer thing. We're going to try it out because it's almost car show season. Weather's warming up, and the Torino needs a fresh coat of wax and a little polishing here and there. So let's get into it. So guys, I've seen this little orbital polisher slash buffer, and I thought, you know, we could use it to clean up the 70. It's nice to have a lighter kind of buffer like this, or polisher as you may call it. But this one does come with two 4,000 amp hour batteries. It comes with assortment stuff, so let me flip it around. So this is going to be a 6-inch cordless car buffer polisher. Okay, like I said, it's got 6 adjustable speeds. Okay, it uses a Velcro backing right here, so buffing pads will be real easy to come by. But this one actually comes with quite a few. We got 2 orange waffle pads. We got a wool waxing pad. We have a blue foam pad, a yellow foam pad, a microfiber towel, an instruction manual, and an Allen wrench for the pad head right here, where you can change the head on it if you needed to. And like I said, it does come with 2 4,000 amp hour batteries, the other of which I am currently charging. Even though they do come fully charged, guys, I do go ahead and pre-charge my batteries. But it's a pretty nice little unit. It's fairly lightweight, ergonomic feeling. So to get ready to test this thing out and see how it works, and what we're going to test in this video is how durable this thing actually is and how long these batteries last, and if it actually does a good job compared to a regular rotary buffer. So first we got to get that Torino cleaned up because it is currently pollen winter here in Tennessee, which means that everything is yellow and it snows pollen. So you gotta get the car cleaned up, get it dried off. You gotta move the 66 out of the shop, and then we'll test this thing out and see how it works. And any time before you buff or polish on a car, do make sure it's clean. Well, the car is clean, but if you notice, we don't have no water beading action. It's just sheeted up right here. That should be our first clue. It's time to get this thing polished up, put some wax on it. And I'm going to throw in a little bonus 70 to 71 Torino tip here. These cars are bad about the hoods rotting out on them, guys. They're bad about the bottoms of the doors rotting out. They're bad about the trunks and lids rotting out on them. How you stop that from happening after you wash your car? Let's sit here about 30-45 minutes with doors, trunk, and hood open. That'll let all that water drain out naturally. Alright, so what we're going to try to address, guys, is some of this stuff like where our hood pin cables have abraded the paint. Now keep in mind, this is almost a year and a half since I buffed this car, so that's a year and a half's worth of paint wear right there. We got some water spots and things like that on the black, and if you hear, it's rough. Meaning that we have airborne contaminants that have embedded in the paint because the wax is not held up. Clean, we need to break out a clay bar. I'm going to just run over top surfaces. The side surfaces are still pretty smooth on it, but I want to hit the hood, tops of the fenders, the trunk, you know, the roof. Stuff like that where those airborne contaminants fall from the sky and sit down there and get into your paint. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a little detailer spray right here, and I'm just gonna spray her hood down. I'm gonna take a piece of clean clay bar, and I'm just going to lightly go over the paint until the paint feels smooth. Alright, now that the car's clay barred, I got our little buffer out. I'm going to set this thing on high speed, which is going to be 6. Got an on-off switch here, turns it on and off. And we also got Lily up here. So what I'm going to start out with, I'm going to use some McGuire's Fine Cut Cleaner here. And I'm going to hit some of these worst spots here and see if we can't get them cleaned up a little bit. So I'm just going to do a small area at a time. See how this thing works. So, this is not a buffer, guys. At best, this is a polisher, okay, and a very light duty polisher at that. McGuire's Fine Cut Cleaner is a fairly aggressive polish. It's usually good for getting fine scratches out, you know, from car wash stuff. You know, you wash your car, you get those little fine scratches in there. That Fine Cut Cleaner usually cuts them out pretty easily, along with, you know, bird poop stains or light scuffs like that from the hood pin cable. This is on the high setting. And as you hear right here, it sounds like it turns a bunch of RPMs, which is what gives you the hope that it would be a good little handheld high-speed polisher. But once you load this thing, the RPMs drop like in half. So at best, guys, it's a good hobby polisher. Polisher that you're not going to hurt anything with. You're not going to cause any paint damage. You're not going to burn any paint with it, as long as you got some kind of product on there. It's one step above your old orbital waxers. I will say this, it is nice to use. It feels good in your hand. It's well balanced, you know. It's a well balanced little unit. But I am kind of disappointed in it being called a buffer, because it's not a buffer. It's a orbital waxer slash orbital polisher. So this would be great for, you know, the at-home guy. This is not a professional detail product. Meaning that I greatly underestimated what it was and expected to do a job that it's not designed to do, guys. So I just want to be clear with this. For this is a good light duty polisher. So you need a good cleaner wax, or you just got a little small spot you need to try to polish out. This probably worked very well for you. So let's see how long the battery lasts, because I've already committed. I've already started here, so I really need to at least run over the whole car and get it waxed. And maybe in a future video we'll break out our rotary buffer and give this thing a good polished job. This will make it look better, but it's just not quite exactly what I expected. Well, I wish I could see it was going promising. I done told you the pitfalls. It's pretty much just an orbital waxer, guys, or a very, very light polisher. For something you daily drive, it'd probably be great and you would think that it was polished, but for classic car stuff, not so much. But I'm roughly about half the car. Once I complete half his trunk lid, I'll be done. But I don't know if you can tell, but it sounds like it's kind of starting to struggle. Like I said, we're about halfway on the car now. I've done the whole hood, all the way down the sides and half the roof. But it is taking quite a bit of amount of time to get this to, you know, do a polishing job. I don't know how long our battery's going to last. So I think it might be getting a little low. But it is sure, and I know you can hear that, versus loaded. Like I said, you're definitely not going to hurt anything with this. You're not going to burn any paint. I mean, unless you held it up like that and just continue to hold it here for perpetually forever. It don't have enough RPM to burn paint, even on its highest setting. And to be honest, all the way down on one, I can stall this thing out with my hand. So I can stall it out almost on 6 too. Our battery light's still showing 4 bars, but it's definitely not turning RPMs it did before. That Velcro really gets a hold on there, and if you're not careful, you will tear your pad. But, you know, just fair warning. Well, it really didn't do well as a polisher. Something real light, it would have done well. The car does look better. It just didn't take out what I expected to take out. Just don't have the power to. Like I said, this is more of an orbital waxer. So I'm going to switch to the foam pad. And we're going to switch to some high-tech yellow wax. And wax this thing and see what it looks like after that. So, it done real well as a waxer, just like I assumed it would. Like I said, orbital waxer slash light, very, very light polisher. I'll tell you one thing, this Velcro is gonna last a long time because it gets the hold. It probably won't even sling that off. Like, that's some good Velcro. Probably too good actually for the application. But for the record, went through 1 battery. This is the one I had on the charger. It's still showing 4 bars, which most of these cheaper batteries do, all the way up until they go dead. I did notice it started falling off towards the end, so it's probably about need to be charged. So it took 2 batteries to do the car, between running over it with a polish and then going back over it with a wax. But we still have a charge. I run it on 6 the whole time, guys, because like I said, it don't turn enough RPMs to hurt anything. So that said, it says in the manual it turns 6,000 RPMs on 6. And that may be the case, unloaded. But loaded, guys, meaning pad to paint, it's probably turning 2,500. Don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying this, okay? It's just not a buffer. It is a light duty polisher waxer, okay? So it's about 300 watts of power, what it says, you know, 4,000 megaamp batteries, comes with 2 of them. It comes with the buffing pads and a polishing pad that I showed you. All in all, it's a very nice unit to use for waxing or very, very light cleaner wax polishing. It is well balanced, like I said earlier in the video. I've used it the whole time. It did get a little warm up here around the head, and it's still a little warm up here, but that is where the motor exhaust fan blade is. So it's going to be warm in this area. You can pretty much control it off the hand here, and it don't get warm at all. Didn't burn no paint, didn't scuff nothing. You know, it does what it's supposed to do. Just not 100% what you think it should do. So don't get your expectations up, guys, and think that this is a equivalent to a rotary buffer slash polisher. This is an orbital light polisher waxer. But another thing that you might be able to use this thing for, this is a Velcro back, you know, soft back Harbor Freight sanding pad. It just happens to go on our little buffer. So this could be another use for it. So always, if it don't do what you want it to do buffing, you can always get you some sandpaper and sand with it, because it actually does pretty well as a sander too. Almost better than a buffer. So would be great for furniture or small jobs in that application. So guys, if this Avhrit little polisher slash waxer interests you, I think it's a pretty good little unit. It's not going to do heavy duty jobs, but like I said, touch up waxing or your daily driver, it's going to cut off a lot of time, and it is very easy to use. So make sure you check it out. There'll be a link down there in the description below, along with a discount code to save you guys a little bit of money. They do have several different versions of this. Like I said, this is the 4,000 megaamp hour battery version that comes with 2 of them. So make sure you check them out. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button on this video, share them with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, because it does help the channel grow. It helps me bring you more videos like this. If you're a subscriber, I also greatly appreciate you guys. I look forward to everybody's comments down below. So until our next video, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.